Hi everyone and welcome to SC Rewind, a look back at the 11th season of RIT SportsZone.
In this episode, we'll highlight the major moments that occurred in the Brick City over the past 9 months. While there were plenty of memorable moments to choose from, none were bigger than the historic run made by the RIT men's lacrosse team this spring.
Jay Kuhn's squad won the Liberty League championship, clinching their 4th straight bid to the NCAA tournament. The Tigers facing Cabrini College in the second round of the NCAAs at Tiger Stadium. In the third, Taylor Wisman unassisted to tie the game at 8. He had 3 goals on the afternoon. RIT's offense would explode after that. Warren to Kyle Aquin. RIT was pulling away. Tigers went on a 12-1 run as Aquin scores again. He led RIT with 6 goals as the Tigers defeat Cabrini 22-13. NCAA quarterfinals, RIT hosting Tufts University, the team that has knocked the Tigers out of the NCAAs in each of the last 2 seasons. But RIT came out strong. A great move here by Kyle Aquin gave the Tigers an early 3-1 lead in the first. Just 15 seconds later, Tigers on the attack again. Eddie Kisa off the post, but Brad Gillies is there to put home the rebound. It was 4-1 RIT after 1. Then in the second, Tigers with possession. Jack Kristen comes up with a loose ball and puts it home 5-1 RIT. And the Tigers never let up. In the fourth, the give and go. Taylor Wisman to Kisa, who scores his 3rd goal on the day. RIT wins convincingly 14-5. RIT in the national semifinals taking on top-ranked and unbeaten Cortland State on their home turf. RIT jumped out on the Red Dragons early, less than 30 seconds in. Alistair Warren to Jack Kristen for his 50th goal on the season. It was 1-0 RIT. The Tigers controlled the entire first half. Final seconds winding down. Taylor Wisman to Kristen for the goal, 5-1 RIT at the break. Ooh, but here comes Cortland. They battle back in the fourth. Mike Cummings unassisted. And all of a sudden, RIT's lead was trimmed to 2. Just 7 seconds later, off the faceoff, here come the Red Dragons again. Pat Baldwin to Patrick Brown. Cortland within 1. Under 8 minutes to play, Cortland with possession again, and Joe Slavic ties things up with his 33rd goal in the year, but RIT would answer. Jack Kristen finds Eddie Kisa, who puts home his 2nd goal on the day. RIT back on top, 9-8. Cortland would not go away. On the break, great ball movement as Cody Console finds Zach Hops for the equalizer. We would go to overtime, tied at 9 in the extra session. Watch closely as Taylor Wisman flips it to Alistair Warren. Cortland thinks Wisman still has it, but RIT fools everyone. As Warren scores the game winner for the first time in school history, the Tigers advance in the Division III National Championship game after a 10-9 overtime win over Cortland.
Coach Dutton and Coach Wilkinson, they talked to us about what play we wanted to run. We wanted to run sort of a pick play, and if it didn't work, he said, try a hidden ball, see if something happens, and obviously it ended up working out for us, and we put it away, and now we're going to Philly.
What's going through your mind knowing that you'll be playing in the national championship next week?
It's really exciting. We've been so close ever since I've been here. 2 years we went to the semis like this year, and then last year we went to the quarters and lost both times. So it's huge for us. It's huge for our team. It's huge for our whole school. We're really excited, and I know a lot of people, a lot of our alumni are all here today. They're super excited for us, so we're pumped.
So it was on to Philadelphia for the Division III National Championship where RIT faced Stevenson, a team that beat the Tigers in their season opener. We pick it up in the first. RIT got off to a slow start. Peter Green racing downfield and scoring unassisted. Stevenson scored the first 5 goals in the game, but RIT responded. Jack Kristen to Kyle Aquin. RIT trailed 9-6 at the half. In the third, the Tigers' offense came alive as Kristen finds Aquin again, and the Tigers tied it at 9. Aquin had himself a day as he tied a championship game record with 7 goals as he gave RIT a 13-10 lead heading to the fourth. But Stevenson answered, scoring 3 quick goals, including this one by Nick Rossi. It was 13-all as the Mustangs outscored RIT 6-1 in the fourth. Then late in the game, Tigers trailing by 2 goals. Dimitri Pakuns makes the big stop on Aquin, and then he stops Eddie Kisa's shot as well. Time would run out on RIT as Stevenson holds on to win the championship 16-14.
For the first time in their 46-year history, the RIT men's lacrosse team played in the Division III National Championship. The Tigers faced the Stevenson Mustangs but found themselves in a hole early. Their last-ditch effort was not enough, and Stevenson beat the Tigers 16-14 to bring home their school's first ever national championship.
I guess the first thing I'd like to say is that I'm just extremely proud of the entire team. It was a great year for the program, and it was led by our seniors, a great group of seniors. Elliot here and Evan have been fantastic leaders for us all season long. Just proud of their effort. They stayed classy the whole day. They battled the whole day, and I can't ask for much more.
Obviously, we're disappointed, but I think the underclassmen and the juniors and whatnot are very proud of the leadership our seniors showed today and throughout the year. Unfortunately, again, it's disappointing, but I think we have to be proud of our seniors for what they've accomplished all year.
I think it shows the underclassmen, just how good we are and that we can play at that next level. We can play with anybody in the country, and although we came up short today, it was, a great team and a great experience down in Philly.
I mean, it was back and forth all day, momentum shifts. Unfortunately, we on defense, first of all, we came out slow. We came out a little starry-eyed, I guess, and that was a big concern of mine. And we kind of paid for it.
I had quite a few nerves going. I think that was the same for most of the guys. Stevenson definitely came out firing, and that showed in the early score there. I think it just took us, the first quarter to kind of get the jitters out, and the message that Coach had in that first time out was that, game's on here. This is your last game no matter what, so you might as well, keep working. And I think we responded pretty well in the second quarter, and especially the third. Unfortunately, we didn't come out with the win, but we definitely were able to turn around the momentum a bit in the second and third.
I mean, they're a very good team, very good poles out there, and they made it difficult for us to get in a groove and whatnot. And unfortunately, it was one shot away at the end there, and it just didn't go away. I mean, like I said, we have to give credit to their play on the defensive end.
I think it's huge just sort of to get it under our belt and know that we're capable of getting here and capable of playing in the big show, and hopefully we get another chance to come back here and capitalize on it and win a championship.
These guys have done a great job. They've put in a lot of time. They've supported each other. We've had great support. I mean, our fans were awesome today from the Rochester community, from RIT, our alums. I think moving forward here, we've got a great group coming back. We've got some great kids coming in, so I feel good about the future. But I will say this: the senior group, okay, four league titles, 4 NCAA appearances, and our first national championship appearance. I can't say enough about what they've done for the program.
Welcome back to SZ Rewind. It was a year where records were broken and career milestones were reached.
In men's diving, sophomore John Telgren had a year to remember. Telgren shattered school records in both the 1 and 3 meter diving events and became just the 6th Tiger to earn All-American honors, following his 8th place finish at the 1 meter at the NCAA championships.
History was made in track this year too, as RIT's indoor distance medley relay team recorded the 9th fastest time in Division III this season and became the first relay team at RIT to earn All-American status.
Meanwhile, a major milestone was also reached on the hardwood. For the past 30 years, the name Bob McVane has been synonymous with RIT basketball.
McVane has guided the Tigers to 6 NCAA tournament appearances, 6 conference championships, and has been named East Region Coach of the Year twice.
In February, McVane rewrote the record books, becoming just the 32nd Division III coach to reach the 500 club.
As you catch it, we start to penetrate and make people come to you, all right? Stay wide on that, all right?
So what motivated you to get into coaching?
Well, as a three-sport athlete in high school, came from a small school just west of here, Pavilion. Really enjoyed the competition and certainly went on from there, and it was just a gut feeling. I was very good in math and loved numbers and that, so being an 18-year-old, not quite sure what I wanted to do, I went into accounting for 2 years at Canisius, but my gut feeling was I really wanted to not crunch numbers all my career and work in athletics.
Why RIT?
RIT, after coaching at the college level as an assistant, and just felt RIT was a great fit for me. I basically came from a blue-collar family, and I felt RIT in the type of student-athlete and student that is here, very much career-orientated, very focused, very disciplined, and they have to be disciplined to be a student here at RIT. It was a very good fit for me.
Coach McVeigh, it's such a privilege to hand you this commemorative basketball in recognition of your 500th win. It's been mentioned that only about 32 coaches have ever done that in Division III. And I think 600 would be a good number too. So let's keep up the good tradition. Congratulations.
So when that final buzzer sounded, sealing your 500th win, what went through your head?
Well, probably numbness, but we were just happy to get the win. And I don't think truly I'll be able to appreciate it until necessarily after the season or maybe some years down the road, to be very honest. When you're in the season, a coach is the next practice, the next game, and certainly those things come to mind as well.
Patience! Get over here! Get down! Open!
Actually, though, thought of all the players that came through the program, my assistants who have been so supportive and have done a great job through working with our players. And the gratifying is obviously, and even this year, even though we may not be having a banner year, those are the guys that did get the win. And it's certainly very gratifying. Some of the well-wishers in the last few days of former players and other colleagues, even rivals that have emailed and talked with. So I'm sure I'll be able to maybe enjoy it a little bit later on.
Pass and screen opposite. That's all you got to do.
So you've had 6 NCAA playoff berths that run in 1997 into the Sweet 16. You've had 6 Empire 8 championships. When you're finally done with coaching, what do you want your legacy to be?
Hopefully people remember that we played hard every game, win or lose. We taught values of what hard work and good ethics bring to it, and that carries over into your lifetime, being good citizens, family men, husbands, fathers, and that whether we've won as many championships as others sometimes is irrelevant. But those other things are basically what we're here for.
So after 500 career victories and 35 years of coaching, any plans to retire?
Well, I think if the motivation was the 500 victories, then retirement would be on the horizon because you've accomplished that. But that's never been the overall goal. So I plan on continuing, knock on wood health-wise, and I believe I'll know when it's time.
Set. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Welcome back to SZ Rewind, a look back on Season 11 of RIT SportsZone.
In 2010, alumnus Steve Schultz donated $1 million to RIT, officially kicking off the school's Power Play campaign to build a new ice arena here on campus.
A year later, that future home was officially named thanks to a $4.5 million donation from the Policini Foundation and Tom Golisano. As Courtney Tennant reports, RIT broke ground last fall, and the Tigers will soon call the Gene Policini Center their new home.
2 years from now, the RIT men's and women's hockey teams will have a new home in the Gene Policini Center. To kick off Brick City Weekend, the RIT community gathered for the groundbreaking of the new arena.
3, 2, 1,
It's finally the groundbreaking. How excited are you?
Very excited. It's going to be even more for the ribbon cutting. But look at this response, just amazing. So it's great to see the excitement here on campus as well from the student body. And the team, you know, they come up and talk like, wow, we can't wait to play in this arena. So it's just amazing. And the band, I mean, everybody's excited. How could you not?
What does it mean to finally be here with the groundbreaking ceremony?
I think it becomes that much more of a reality. You know, we've been going through the process, but it certainly feels that way. As I've said before now, for 2 years I'll be walking over to this piece of ground over here and say, okay, what'd they do today? And geez, it seems slow, and then all of a sudden it gets put up real quick. It's amazing to watch how they do these projects and how much work really does go in. And we've got great people working with us, with Chase here from Rochester and BBB out of Toronto, architects. I think it's been a great group to work with.
How will RIT focus on bringing back the intimacy that Ritter offers?
Well, there's always the chance, there's always the risk of losing that feel that we've had since the 1960s in Ritter Arena. It grows with every year. I mean, the whole aura of being in Ritter is amazing. This arena is being built with that feeling in mind. Just the intimacy of the building, the way it's structured, will keep that in mind, and I believe it'll carry it over very well.
They did a very good job of getting a feel for what our rink is like and are trying to duplicate that as much as possible. And I think when you go new, you lose a little bit of that. But I think the fact that our volume will almost triple or double in some, I think will more than make up for that. As much as we love the Ritter, the community, the fans needed something more. The amenities for them had to improve for them to just enjoy the experience more, and we're going to do that tenfold.
What does an arena like this mean to RIT as a community?
We have a lot of buildings on this campus. There's beautiful buildings and academic buildings and sports buildings, but this is going to be a one-of-a-kind facility, totally dedicated to building school spirit, to build pride among the university. So I think it's more than bricks and mortar.
The Gene Policini Center is scheduled to open in the fall of 2014.
The ice arena will seat 4,150 fans and will accommodate 350 standing room only.
Welcome back to SZ Rewind as we look back on the 11th season of RIT SportsZone.
Next December, when the RIT men's hockey team faces Niagara and the women's team hosts Clarkson, the games won't be just your ordinary regular season contest.
RIT hockey has proved to be a hot ticket in town, but this pre-holiday doubleheader will undoubtedly be one of the most coveted tickets in school history. Emily Clark has the story.
Outdoor hockey will make its debut in Rochester this December. The hometown Amherst and the RIT men's and women's hockey programs will headline the first outside games right here at Frontier Field. So what was your reaction when you first heard about the idea for this game?
I was excited. I couldn't believe that it was actually going to happen, and it's one of those things that you want to go tell everyone right away, and then they say don't say anything, and just keep it quiet until we announce it. And I was like, you're biting your tongue for about a couple months.
I was very excited about it. I think it's really been a great partnership between the Amherst Sabres, RIT, Monroe County, and the Red Wings, and we can't wait to get it going. All I could think of was how cool would it be to have a rink at Frontier Field for our community in Rochester, and to be able to bring a major league event like this to our town and have so many different people be able to participate. I think it's going to be great.
Dan Mason and I serve on a couple committees together in the community, and he grabbed me after a meeting and said, what do you think about this idea? I said, I think it's great. We love the idea of bringing our hockey programs to the community, like Blue Cross Arena. The Blue Cross Arena experiment turned out to be a tremendous success, and the RIT community got behind it. And I thought that right off the bat, this would be a natural for us, our fans, our students, the 100,000 alumni we have worldwide, 40,000 in the community. And I thought it would be really, really neat for our athletes to be able to play on an outdoor rink, in a baseball stadium in the middle of winter. It's just something that they'll remember forever.
Now, how did RIT get involved with being a part of the game?
Well, the first thing Dan said after he agreed to do it is we got to get RIT. They've got such a rabid fan base, and it'll make the whole weekend complete. So Dan took the lead on getting a hold of RIT, and that was a pretty easy sell.
Now, what is all the work that's going to go into it on your end, and what has to be done?
Quite a bit, actually, between, selling tickets, promoting the event, and then just doing everything like we do for a baseball game. That's what we're used to. So we just have to transition and do it for a hockey game. But many of the same things, making sure the teams have everything they need, the facilities that they need, that all those people feel like it was, something that they're going to remember for the rest of their lives. We really want to make this a special event for everybody that comes to Frontier Field.
So how many tickets do you hope to sell for the game?
We have 10,800 seats. We hope to fill every one of those and then some. And we've had up to 13,500 people here for a baseball game, and we don't see any reason why we can't do that for a hockey game. So we're looking to do between 10 and 13,000.
What are the positives and negatives of playing an outdoor game?
I don't think there's really any negatives to it. The positives is just I think the attention that it gives the sport in general, and I don't mean just RIT, but being partnered with the Amerks and the Sabres, the RIT youth community, and just experiencing something new and different.
If it rains, it'll probably be a little negative, but to have nothing but positives. Too sunny, clouds, who cares? You're outside. You have the wind in your face the whole time. I think the crowd can get right into it, and hopefully the girls skate that much harder to stay warm.
What do you think this is going to do for both the men's and women's hockey program?
Right from today on, it's going to be a tremendous recruiting tool. I think these athletes that are here today, and I think the rest of the ones on our team are going to be really excited about playing this coming year here, and they're going to want to compete.
It just takes us to another level, that we're committed with hockey here and with the community, our fans, and everything like that is just another step in the right direction for our team.
The outdoor rink will be constructed at Frontier Field by Rink Specialists, a global ice skating rink installation company based out of Maine.
While ticket information has yet to be announced, we're told that RIT season ticket holders will be given first priority for the December 14th doubleheader.
Can't wait for that. Well, that does it for yet another season of RIT SportsZone as we say goodbye and thank you to my wonderful co-host, Kristen Klock, who graduated from RIT in May.
Thanks, John. Don't forget you can stay up to date with SportsZone by following us on Twitter, liking us on Facebook, or by downloading our app for your Android or Apple devices.
So until next time, thanks for joining us in the zone.